With the title like Curse of Annabel, it's tough to not immediately think of a certain horror film series. Thankfully, the game doesn't borrow anything from that series, and instead sets up its own atmosphere and narrative. In a genre filled with jump scares and gory scenery to give players their horror fix, Curse of Annabel uses real-world legends and puzzle solving to get out of this nightmare alive. Curse of Annabel revolves around Nathan, whose girlfriend's sister, Annabel, mysteriously died on the Ramsey Mansion grounds in Boulder, Colorado. Emily, his girlfriend, begins to have vivid dreams of her little sister, which she puts off as a way for her to get over her death. However, as the dreams become more intense, Emily is convinced that Annabel needs her help. After reaching the Ramsey Mansion on her own, she decides to tell Nathan about her dreams. One day, Emily suddenly disappears, and so, Nathan decides to look for her. The spooky events in Curse of Annabel aren't your typical jump scares. Instead, the game raises the anxiety by having the player walk alone through the halls of a very creepy house to keep your heart rate up. It's through the sound design and scenery that make the scary moments in the game so much more impactful. I found myself always on guard when lurking around the corners. Throughout the story, there are hints that are meant to help the player advance, but it's still up to you to solve the puzzles. There are a lot of items that can be interacted with, and it's possible to open things such as cupboards in search of clues. The graphics are fantastic and rather dreary, as expected of a horror game. I found the environments very detailed, especially with all the decor and paintings on the walls, which had me stop to admire them from time to time. Additionally, the animation from the cutscenes and scary moments are executed well. I enjoyed how the game balanced its exploration and story elements. With so many horror games getting released, it's hard to stand out from this genre, yet I found a lot of joy going through Curse of Annabel. Moments of the game aren't completely clear until you've explored a bit. I enjoyed the mix between the story cutscenes and the puzzles you have to solve while investigating. Careful reading and observing are essential here, as it's possible to get lost if you don't pay attention. That said, Curse of Annabel might very likely be a game that manages to stand out from the crowd, and all atmospheric horror fans, including me, should keep an eye on. Currently, Curse of Annabel is on Kickstarter and in development for PC.